There are moments in life when words rise to your lips, ready to defend, explain, correct, or prove something. Your heart beats faster, your mind races. You feel the urge to respond immediately, to clarify your intentions, to win the argument, to protect your image. But then there is another option, a quieter one. You choose not to speak. You let the moment pass in silence, and suddenly, the energy shifts. What if silence is not weakness, but power? We live in a world that rewards quick responses, fast replies, strong opinions, constant commentary. Social media trains us to react instantly. Arguments escalate because neither side wants to pause. But silence interrupts this cycle. It disrupts emotional momentum. And sometimes, the most controlled person in the room is not the one speaking the loudest, but the one choosing when not to speak. Have you ever noticed how uncomfortable silence makes people feel? Silence has a psychological weight. When you don't respond, you create space. And in that space, the other person is left alone with their own words. Sometimes, that is more powerful than any rebuttal. When someone expects resistance and receives calm quiet instead, it unsettles them. Because silence forces reflection. What happens when you refuse to participate in unnecessary conflict? The power of saying nothing is not about avoidance. It is about emotional regulation. When you are triggered, your nervous system moves into defense mode. Words spoken in that state are often impulsive, regrettable, fueled by ego rather than clarity. Silence gives your brain time to reset. It allows your emotional system to stabilize before you respond. If you choose to respond at all. Are you reacting or responding? There is also strength in not explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. Not every accusation deserves a defense. Not every criticism requires clarification. When someone has already decided who you are in their mind, over-explaining rarely changes their perception. It only drains your energy. Why waste energy proving yourself to someone who has already chosen their version of you? Silence can protect your peace. Arguments often continue because both sides feel unheard. But when you choose not to engage in circular conversations, you remove fuel from the fire. You stop feeding dynamics that thrive on emotional reaction. And without reaction, many conflicts lose momentum. What if your silence is the boundary you never knew how to set? However, silence must be intentional. There is a difference between silent strength and silent suppression. Suppressing emotions without processing them internally can build resentment. The power of saying nothing works when you are consciously choosing peace, not when you are afraid to speak. Are you silent because you are strong, or silent because you are scared? Sometimes silence communicates more than words ever could. When someone crosses a line and you simply withdraw your energy, your absence becomes the message. No dramatic speeches, no emotional explosions, just distance. And often, that quiet distance speaks louder than confrontation. People expect noise when they hurt you. They expect arguments, tears, long explanations. But calm detachment can be more unsettling than anger. Have you noticed how powerful it feels when you don't beg for understanding? There is also strategic intelligence in silence. In negotiations, in leadership, in social interactions, silence creates pressure. When you say less, your words carry more weight. People listen more carefully. Silence forces others to fill the space, often revealing more than they intended. What if speaking less actually increases your influence? Emotionally mature individuals understand that not every thought needs to be expressed. Not every opinion needs to be shared. The ability to filter your words is a sign of internal control. It shows that you are not controlled by impulse. You are choosing your impact deliberately. In relationships, silence can also be a mirror. When you stop chasing, stop over-explaining, stop trying to fix everything, the other person must decide whether they will step forward or let the connection fade. Your silence reveals who values the bond enough to bridge the gap. What happens when you stop doing all the emotional labor? The power of saying nothing is especially strong when facing manipulation. Manipulative individuals often rely on emotional reaction. They provoke, they exaggerate, they distort narratives to pull you into defense mode. But when you refuse to react emotionally, their tactics lose effectiveness. Silence disrupts manipulation because it denies them the reaction they seek. What if the strongest response to manipulation is no response at all? Silence also builds self-respect. When you no longer feel the need to argue every misunderstanding, defend every rumor, or respond to every slight, that energy can be redirected toward growth, clarity, and stability. Not everything deserves your voice. Some things deserve your indifference. But silence does not mean passivity. It means discernment. It means understanding when words will create progress and when they will only create noise. It means recognizing that peace is sometimes more valuable than being right. Is being right worth losing your peace? There will always be moments when speaking is necessary, when boundaries must be verbalized, when injustice must be addressed, when silence would equal complicity. The power of saying nothing is not about avoiding responsibility. It is about knowing the difference between meaningful speech and ego-driven reaction. Maturity is learning that volume does not equal strength. Intensity does not equal influence. And noise does not equal clarity. Sometimes the most powerful version of you is the one who listens, observes, and chooses words carefully, or chooses none at all. There is a quiet confidence in someone who does not rush to defend themselves. It signals internal security. When you are grounded in who you are, you do not feel compelled to correct every misinterpretation. You understand that those who matter will seek understanding, and those who don't will not be convinced by explanation anyway. And perhaps the deepest power of silence is this: when you say nothing, you hear more. You hear your own thoughts clearly, you notice patterns, you observe behavior without the distraction of argument. Silence sharpens awareness. So the next time you feel the urge to react immediately, pause, take a breath, let the silence settle. Notice what changes when you don't fill the space with words. Because sometimes the most dominant presence in the room is not the loudest voice. It is the calm person who speaks only when necessary and remains silent when silence is stronger. And maybe the final question is this: if you stopped reacting to everything today, how much more control would you have over your life? Like, subscribe, and join our journey into timeless depth. Share your thoughts below.